opportunity with direct mail that you don't get with email. Now, there is a really neat study out there that you guys can Google after this webinar that was done by the U.S. Postal Service and Temple University. And they wanted to study the effectiveness of direct mail versus digital advertising. And they found that direct mail made a more emotional impact. That makes sense because it actually connects with more of your senses. It's not just visual. You actually can touch. And if you're to the perfume direct mail, you can actually scratch and sniff as they, with direct mail. So there's that emotional impact. But better than the even emotional impact of direct mail, actually the ad recall was way higher for direct mail over digital. So if you're not sure what ad recall is, it's your ability as a consumer to remember the offer, to remember the advertisement days later, hours later. So what they did is they showed, I think it was 50 different pieces of advertisement to somebody, and they then let them go away for a couple of days. They brought them back in and then asked them what they remembered, what ads they remembered. They found that direct mail had a much higher ad recall than digital advertising. So I think direct mail is really, really important as a piece of your marketing strategy. I believe in omni-channel marketing. So you should have direct mail, email, social, all of that going at one time to increase your effectiveness. But a lot of people are just doing email and just doing social, and I think you're missing out on an opportunity. All right, so let's go into the audience. The audience matters when choosing print. I would say the audience matters for all your marketing, but really, really critical with your print. You can be sending great pieces of direct mail, but if you're not sending it to the right people, that's a huge issue. So with us at Reminder Media, we focus in, you can do demographic and geographic type lists. So maybe you want it to target, we're in King of Prussia, maybe you want it to target all the people who live in $500,000 homes that make $120,000 a year in the neighborhood here in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. You want to make sure in order to choose the list, you need to identify who your target audience is. Have you taken the time as a business to write down who your ideal audience is? You need to think about that. Are you trying to reach, if you're in real estate, are you trying to reach first-time home buyers? Are you trying to reach luxury? If you're in Medicare, you want to obviously send to people who are turning 65, right? Based upon your audience, you can define your list. But a lot of people, when they go to do direct mail, they skip the step of picking a list and they mass blast to a whole neighborhood. And they're just essentially wasting their money so much of the time because they're hitting the wrong people. So if you haven't taken the time to write down who your target audience is and go even deeper from a marketing standpoint to create a persona. So a persona is, hey, this is my target audience. This is the type of person that I'm trying to go after. This person is turning 65. This person, maybe they live in this area. This person is into these types of hobbies and interests, because now you know if you have a persona on the people you're targeting, you know how to speak to them, and that plays into your actual design and what your effectiveness is in your messaging based upon who these people are. What happens, I think, in sales so often is we tend to spray and pray versus trying to be more like a sniper and hone in, because being a sniper means you have to take more time at the beginning of the campaign to think about who you want to target, think about the messaging that would reach that type of person before you actually go after them. With Reminder Media, we give you tools that you can select zip codes. You can select an address and do a radius around that address. You can sort by geographic information and demographic information. If you're in the home services or real estate business, we have a likely to move algorithm that you can use that predicts who's most likely to list their home. So if you have any services, maybe you're a stager, interior designer, construction, and you want to know who's thinking about listing their home in the next 6 to 12 months, we have data and an algorithm that can help you do that. We also have the ability for those who target new movers. So maybe you're on this and you're a dentist, or maybe you have a shop in the area and you want to hit all the new people that just moved into the location. I'm working with a chiropractor right now. They just opened up a new practice. And so we're going to be targeting all the new movers that come in within a 2-mile radius of their practice. You got to zone in on who you're trying to target. We can help you do that here at Reminder Media. Then next is how to design great print. So here's what I see with great print that actually resonates. One is there's consistent branding. So when you are sending out postcards, the truth is it doesn't matter how good of an artist and creator you are. It is really hard to design something on a postcard that is going to make someone keep that postcard for months and months and months. Postcards, by the nature of what they are, there's not a ton of perceived value in them. The consumer is going to pull it out of their mailbox. They're going to glance at it. And then they're going to make the decision based upon the copy that you wrote. Do they have interest in that promotion or that need that you're speaking to, and choose to either toss it or maybe take action? The reason why consistent branding when designing a postcard is so important is because you're only getting maybe a minute or so with that consumer. And you want to do what's called stacking, where if you imagine your prospect right now, let's take the example, Josh is a chiropractor. He wants to reach all the new movers that just moved into the area. I'm going to blast out a postcard to all the new movers. What I want to make sure happens when that new mover, Josh, looks at my postcard, they're going to see my branding, my picture, my logos, my color on the postcard that I use to represent kind of my brand. When I do my next mailing, I want to be as consistent as I can with the branding, using the same picture, making sure the logo's on there, sometimes even using the same call to action, because I know maybe Josh saw it the first time and maybe he caught it's a chiropractor. But the next time my postcard comes in, we're going to talk about frequency in a second, I'm stacking upon that brand equity that I'm building within Josh. I want to make sure that because I know a postcard's only going to get a few seconds to a minute with that consumer, I'm building upon each time they get the mailing, reminding them of who I am. Second thing is less is more when it comes to design. So the last thing you want to do is put too much on your postcard or too many calls to action. The only caveat I give here is if you're doing a more value-based card where it's not about getting people to take action, it's just about giving within the content that you're sending to them, you can have a little bit more on the card. But for most of your postcards, you want to keep them simple. Keep them simple, keep it clear that you are giving them one message, one call to action that they can take advantage of. So moving on, and Josh, I don't know if you want to pull up maybe the interface and you can show them some of the things that we just went through on like choosing a list, and then also show some of the designs, and then we'll get into the types of content that you can send, and then also the frequency.
Yep. I'm just trying to get used to the new controls here.
Yeah, the webinar ninja. Samar, I see your question. You said, I get emails with promotions. When I reply, I do not get a response. I want to sign up for this. Well, thank you, Samar. That's awesome. We'll reach out to you. It's probably because that's going to a no reply email, but I'll check into that. But I appreciate you wanting to sign up. That's awesome.
Yes. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Nice. Which one did you want me to start with first? Showing off the postcards or jumping into?
Yeah, if you can show off the list, like just show off kind of how easy it is to choose building a list, like your target audience, and then some of the postcards. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple different ways that we can help you build a list. I know Luke talked about geographic and demographic, then also this idea of predictive analytics with likely to move. So this would be one of the examples where we can kind of hone into the geographic, but also that demographic and a little bit of psychographic information, which includes people's interests and things like that. But for this, you can go through and choose, and we will walk you through and help you build a list, because our team, they know where all of the data is and how to put together these different combinations of data points in order to get you your best target audience. But like if you look at this and you say you want to go through individuals, you could do new homeowners, new movers, like Luke mentioned. You could do consumer, which would obviously be for direct mail here. Then you can filter that down to whether you want to do the whole US or if you want to do a city, state, or county, or you want to do a radius around an area. A lot of our clients like to do a radius around an area because they typically tend to work within the local community, but you can go broader than that in a lot of different examples. If I go just where our office here is located, King of Prussia in PA, I should be able to search on this address and it will give me kind of this circle around where our office is. You can see there, it will update how many records it can find within that 2-mile radius. I can adjust this radius, I think, down to like 0.1 miles, or I can go as broad as I wanted to. So you can see the records here, the total number of mailable addresses are showing up here on the right-hand side. Then if I want to go deeper into some of the demographic stuff, so I could go length of residence within their home. I could do income, like Luke mentioned. I could do whether they're a homeowner or a renter, what type of building structure that was. I can get down to gender, marital status, age. You see all of these different bullet points and different areas that we can filter by. Keep on scrolling down. You can see political affiliation, even if you wanted to, but interests and hobbies, I always find to be very interesting. If you're somebody who works in one of these industries that is trying to target people that have these interests and hobbies, you can actually get down to what they actually like to do. And all of this is kind of based on the public data that's available that companies buy, these data companies buy from what are people spending their money on, what are they looking at on social media, what websites are they visiting, and it kind of collects this anonymized data that actually will allow you to target on people with particular interests. You can go deeper in terms of this idea of opportunity seekers, charity donors, pet owners, whether they have a swimming pool. Turning 65 is a great one that a lot of our financial professionals will use as well. Age of home in years, so how old the home is. All of this estimated home value, again, is another one of those bullet points that you could target on. All of these different bullet points that you can kind of hone in on. As you start to refine some of this, this number will continue to come down until you have a number that you want to target in your local area. The other option that we have that a lot of our, especially real estate clients or anybody closely related to that life event that includes a home relocation, would be our likely to move list. So this is taking a look at those 3 major buckets: the consumer data, the property data, so looking at other properties in the area with similar qualities that have sold recently, as well as that behavioral data, which is a lot of that online activity. You can go in here not only and see when you upload your list for us, we can actually tell you who on your list existing. So that's a great thing. If you're using Reminder Media and you haven't done this yet, upload your entire database. We will score that entire database and show you who's most likely to move. Or you can purchase a new list based on who is most likely to move. So very similar in terms of how you can search for it. You can either go by zip code or you can go by address. Let me see if it will take our address here. Sometimes it doesn't grab ours because we're a business address, but let me see if this will let me grab this one, a 2-mile radius around. So it pinned it. I'm not sure why it's saying it couldn't be found, because it did pin the area, but you can see the number of properties in that area. And then from there, I can qualify. I only want people very likely to move, neutral. You can take this group out. We're seeing within the real estate space, at least with the clients that are using this, the most of the gold here is within this likely to move, because these are people that have started the process of thinking about it and have started going down that journey. A lot of times when they're very likely to move, they may already be working with somebody, a real estate agent. So for some of the businesses that we might have on there, that might be your prime opportunity to connect with them. If you're looking for people who are in that very likely to move and you're trying to sell them home insurance and you want to get in with that prospect, it's a great opportunity there. If you're more in the real estate space, preparing for that move, or maybe a moving company, something like that, you can get in here to that likely to move batch.
Love it. So let me talk real quick about, so if you think about it, you want to think about who you're going to send it to. So build a list based upon geographic and demographic information, likes and interests, those things. Your designs of your postcards should be really simple with one call to action, consistent branding. What type of content should you do? This is a big question we get all the time. I call this the 3 E's of content. So this is education, entertainment, and endearment. So the key to good marketing is relevancy. So the more relevant you can be to the consumer based upon their likes and interests and their needs, the more they'll pay attention, and they actually might read what you sent them, and you can direct them to a call to action. So the key is, how do you stay top of mind with the people that are moving into the neighborhood or turning 65, whatever your list is? How do you stay top of mind with them so they don't tune you out? Most businesses get the education part, meaning, okay, I've got to educate people on my products and services. I've got to educate people on the frequently asked questions that come up within my products and services. So if you're in insurance, it might be things on Medicare or health and life insurance. If you're in real estate, it could be things like just listed, just sold, and market reports. If you're a dentist or a mom and pop shop or something like that, maybe you're sending out information on your products. You're educating people on what you provide them as a service and the pain points you solve. But then where most businesses fail in terms of their drip campaigns is they stop there. And the problem with stopping just at education is people tend to tune you out, because if you take real estate, for instance, the average person's moving every 7 to 11 years. So there's 7 to 11 years there where I'm not in need of knowing what my home's worth or care what's really happening in real estate, because I don't have a need. But that real estate agent still wants to stay top of mind with the people so they can get referrals. They still want to stay top of mind so they can make sure that if the need pops up, that they're the real estate agent that person thinks of. This applies to every business. Maybe that person's not at the bottom of the marketing funnel where they're ready to purchase, but you're still trying to stay top of mind. How do you keep in touch with people that way? Well, you also need to have a subset of your content that's sent out that's more entertaining content, and a subset that even is endearing content. So entertaining content, and Josh can maybe show you some of this, is like a recipe card. You would be blown away. For anybody smiling right now and going, I'll never send a recipe card out for my business. I'm telling you, we've been doing this for 20 years. I mean, I talked to a lady, Jane Shaw. She got an $800,000 sale from a recipe card. We get testimonials all the time from clients that send out some of these recipe cards. Actually, sorry, Josh, I have my slides on the screen. I don't have yours on the screen.
No, you're good.
Let me pop yours up. But Josh has pulled up some of the recipe stuff and different cards like that. But the key here is that because it's just an item of value, you're trying to deliver a piece of content that's really not about you. It's just, hey, thought you might enjoy this. It actually makes the other marketing that you send more valuable. And this is where, if you put yourself in the consumer's shoes and you think, okay, we all have insurance. When you're an insurance person, which I love insurance agents, but if they just send me insurance related information, my policy information, things about insurance, I mean, eventually I just tune it out, because I don't live and breathe insurance. It's not my business, right? I come to you to help me get insurance. I don't really need to, think about it 24/7. So I'll end up tuning you out and not even paying attention, just picking up, throwing away, unless I actually perceive that there might be value in what you're sending me. So an entertaining card can be a recipe, can be kids' activities, can be a local event happening in the area. An endearment card, where this gets really good, is if you go the extra mile and you partner with a charity. Now, we have cards that, partner with like national charities and stuff like that, like Pink. But it's even better, honestly, if you could partner with a local charity in your community. So my brother, we have a real estate team called the Acre Brothers Realty Team. Every year, we're partnering with the Agape House in Lynchburg, Virginia, which is a food bank. And we send out, one of the postcards we send out to our targeted list is raising awareness in a food drive for the Agape House. It has our branding on it, but it's all about the food drive and raising awareness for the Agape House. And it's a beautiful thing because it's a touch point to the community. We tell people, hey, drop off your canned goods at the office. People literally come by in the community and drop off canned goods, and they will tell us, we love what you're doing. We love what you guys represent. And now all of a sudden we're getting our brand in front of them, but we're showcasing our values. And if you think about it, you got to get the people that you want to do business with you to know you, like you, and trust you. You've all heard that before. The like is not just about personality. The like is that they are like you, meaning people like to do business with people they are like. And that is a representation of values. They want to support the things and support businesses that they believe stand up for good things and stand up for what they stand up for. This is why every Fortune 500 company out there has a charity that they support, because they know consumers want to do business with businesses of purpose, not just profit. So for you, what you want to think about is, hey, is there a local charity? Maybe it's a food bank. Maybe it's the Boys and Girls Club, SPCA, Little League, PTA, a church, something that you're involved in that maybe one of your mailers, two of your mailers could be about endearment, endearing yourself to this community, to give back, to raise awareness for something good. There's something in psychology called the halo effect, which simply states that when someone sees you doing something good, giving to charity, working alongside something like that, they associate that good with everything else you do in business. I was literally at breakfast this morning with a financial advisor that is talking to me about taking over our company's 401k. And he's like, hey, I looked at your plan. Why would you want to switch? Your plan's not too bad. It seems like it's functioning pretty well. And the truth is, I would switch because I don't really have a relationship with the financial firm that is representing our 401k right now. I don't really have a relationship with them. I don't know what they stand for. They're not really building a relationship with me and keeping in touch with me in a way. And they're missing out on a potential, one, referrals, but repeat business. And so in that little microcosm of just me and my own company, thinking about my 401k and getting a financial advisor that I'm actually close to, it's the same for you with the people you're trying to reach. How do I showcase to them my education, which is going to be the majority of what I send, but also give them value by recommending things that they can do in the community, sending them things that they might enjoy, like a recipe card. And then how do I maybe once or twice a year do an endearment campaign that I can tie to something bigger that showcases to the community that I'm a business of purpose, not just profit, that I want to help you and serve you, and I love this community. So if, Josh, you want to show them maybe some more of the cards, and then let's roll right into frequency, and I can talk about it within the interface in terms of the campaigns.
Yes. Yeah, I have pulled up here just while you were going through. I'm not sure if people can see it in the smaller screen, but some of those idea of the endearment cards and the different pre-designed charities that we have in here. Each one of these, you can actually go in and customize this to be specifically for that charity that you're supporting. So the design's already done. You can go in there and update that. And again, our team will help you customize those for those mailings. I did want to answer, I've been trying to answer some of the questions in chat, but I know Samar, you just asked about birthday postcards for our clients. We do have those. It's not automated yet, but that's something that we're working on getting in place here next year as well. So that is something that we're aware of and something that we are working on getting those triggered events for postcards going out. So you can see in here some of those different designs, like Luke was saying. This is really a great opportunity if you love the idea of direct mail and you believe in the power of the frequent touch point and getting that content out that Luke is talking about, but you don't have the time each month to come in and choose designs or come in and do this yourself. We want to be your marketing company. We want to handle this stuff for you. It's one of the reasons we built this idea of a campaign. And I know Luke will talk about frequency here, but this idea of kind of a monthly touch point for that group that you're trying to connect with or maintain a relationship with. And so within here, we have a pre-built campaign. And again, these touch more on that idea of the entertaining card. And then you can go in here and tailor this to get more of those educational pieces in there, more of those endearment pieces in there. But you can see we already have some recipes queued up, some nice seasonal cards queued up within here for you, making time for meditation. So some feel-good cards there as well. You can then go in and choose from our library of postcards in all of the different categories that we offer. Again, within this campaign, these are all pre-designed. We've set them up for you. You then personalize them with your contact information, your photo. You can put QR codes on them. Some of these we can even show you who on your list specifically scans your QR code. So if they scan your QR code and go to a landing page, but they don't convert on that landing page, you don't necessarily know that they raised your hand or they engaged with your postcard. With our technology, we can actually place a QR code on there that will show you which one of the recipients on your list scan your QR code, which is then as a trigger for you to go ahead and reach out to those individuals on your list. So within here, you can see I'm just kind of in the general category. I guess we have some calendars up here. There are this, if you're using our magazine, because I know we did have some clients on here. We actually have these cards that prompt, a postcard list, so a broader audience, maybe to be an individual that can receive, your free magazine gift, or maybe you have a different headline that you want to place on it. This is the QR code, though, that I was referring to, that will allow you to see who actually scanned your QR code. You can then update that with all of your contact information in here. Looks like my headline changed because I have a different call to action here, but I can change this back to, get a free magazine, just to kind of show you what that looks like for now. And then from here, I can choose which one of my landing pages to use. And we give you that landing page for free. So these aren't landing pages that you have to have. These are landing pages that we provide you. Once you click out to that, the individuals can then sign up to receive a copy of your magazine. Again, using that more as an example to show you how the QR code process and how the customization piece would work. But you can go through here and choose from all of these different categories. Recipes was another one that Luke mentioned. So going in and finding your favorite recipe. I think this was the actual recipe that you gave the story about.
James Shaw.
Did you give that story yet?
800,000, an $800,000 annuity. If we have any financial advisors, insurance agents on, this turkey recipe generated an $800,000 annuity piece of business for James. It's pretty amazing for someone who called her, because he made it at his Thanksgiving, and he was just telling her that he appreciated it. Thanks for sending. And then she found out he had sold a vacation home and wasn't sure what to do with the funds and all that. So she ends up picking up a big piece of business from it. Let me talk about frequency real quick, and then we'll go back into kind of how easy it is to set up a campaign. So this is the biggest question we get: how often should you send to generate results? The key word is really frequency. Meaning that you need to have frequency in your mailing campaigns for it to really generate results for you. We find that there's an 8x8 campaign and then a 12 direct monthly campaign that we roll people into. So an 8x8 campaign is good if you're trying to start out with a new list and solidify your brand. This is built off of the rule of 7 in marketing. If you're not familiar with that rule, it basically is a rule that states it takes a consumer about 7 times to see your brand, for your brand to be memorable. So an 8x8 campaign is 1 mailing a week for 8 straight weeks to solidify your brand. Now, there's a crazy story it was kind of like research done by Hobbs and Herder. So they're a marketing firm. They were designing campaigns for the real estate industry, and they wanted to test the power of frequency in marketing. And what they did was they went and they knocked on a neighborhood of homes. They talked to every homeowner and asked them, who's the number 1 real estate agent in this area? And they didn't get one dominant agent. It was a myriad of different agents' names that they got. So they came back, and Hobbs and Herder created a fake real estate agent, fake picture, fake name, fake credentials, and did an 8x8 campaign on that neighborhood. So 1 mailing a week for 8 straight weeks. After it was done, they went back to the same neighborhood, knocked on the same doors, talked to the same homeowners, asked them the same question: who's the number 1 agent in this area? And the majority of homeowners chose the fake agent. Think about that. This agent doesn't exist, never sold a home, doesn't have any real credentials. And the majority of these consumers are choosing the fake agent just because they saw that brand over the last 8 weeks. And if that doesn't teach you anything, it should, or if you think about business and marketing, the number 1 thing it should teach you is you don't have to be the best. You have to be the most known. I hear Grant Cardone has said Starbucks doesn't have the best coffee. They're just on every street corner. How do you, as a dentist, chiropractor, financial advisor, insurance agent, how do you become the Starbucks of insurance in your community? Meaning people see you everywhere, because consumers, they don't choose the best. They choose the most convenient. They choose the most known. Think about this. Of all the people, if you're a dentist on this, maybe you can ignore this, but for everybody else who's not a dentist, how did you choose your dentist? You didn't probably research the best dentist in the area. You didn't probably call any of their past patients or anything like that to see if they were a good dentist. You probably Googled, talked to your friends. There was the first person that popped into your mind. That's probably where you went. It was convenience. This is why Amazon wins. Amazon wins in this multi-billions because what? They give you the lowest prices, the most options, and the fastest conveniency when it comes to delivery and purchasing. You as a small business, you need to figure out, hey, for my audience, whether it's new movers, people turning 65, people that are divorced, How do I get my brand in front of them so many times that when they think insurance, they think me. When they think, dentistry, they think me. That's the key. An 8x8 campaign frequency-wise will help you solidify your brand. Then roll it into a monthly campaign called a 12 direct campaign. It's one mailing a month for 12 straight months. On average, your conversion should be about 2% for every 50 homes that you mail to once a month for 12 straight months. You should get one transaction. So it's about 2% conversion on a 12 direct campaign that you should see. So you can plug in kind of your numbers there to see, okay, how many homes do I need to send to? What's my average return? Here is what our price per card is. And this is all inclusive. So I know some postcard providers, they'll give you, what the paper is. And then as you go in and design it up and you add gloss and you add postage, then all of a sudden they stack on all this extra cost. This is all in for gloss postcards, high quality, all design included, shipping included as well. So if you sent to, 500 homes, it's only 83 cents a card. And then obviously based upon volume, you would go down in price. Well, one thing we're doing for those who want to do an 8x8 campaign, we are giving you the bundled price. So if you choose to do, let's say, 100 homes that you want to hit for the next 8 straight weeks, well, that would be 800 cards. So we would give you the 83 cents per card pricing at that. We'll bundle you down to whatever volume you hit in your 8x8 campaign to give you it straight off the bat. All right. So with that being said, anybody who is interested in trying out our postcard campaign, I want to reward action takers. So I want to incentivize you to take action. What we're doing for this webinar is we're giving you 50 free postcards on your first mailing. We are giving you a free mailing list through our demographic, geographic, likely to move tools of up to 1,000 addresses. So you can get all 1,000. That's your list. You can reuse it. And that can be sorted through our tools. Normally, we charge 9 cents a record for the records that you pull through our tool. But we'll give you a list up to 1,000 names on your first order of 250 postcards. And then what Josh said, which is so important, is direct mail that's really effective ties offline to online. So the print piece coming in the mailbox tied to online where you can get them to request more information or raise their hand. So all of our postcard campaigns come with the ability to do a landing page where you can do a free QR or scan this QR code to get an item of value from that landing page. We give you lead magnets. We give you, like if you're in real estate, we give you home valuation landing pages where people can find out the value of their home. With Acre Brothers Realty, we just sent out a mailing. It got 33 scans from that QR code. But what's really unique about our system is even if they don't fill out the form, like Josh said on the landing page, you will still know that home scanned the QR code because we give unique QR codes per address that you're sending to. So you'll know the address and the person who scanned the QR code, even if they don't end up filling out the form of your landing page or our landing page, which is pretty phenomenal. So anybody who wants to take advantage of that offer, you just go to remindermedia.com/50free. So remindermedia.com/50free, fill out your information, and you can do more than 250 cards. The minimum we ask is just do 250 cards, and we'll help you. And you can get the whole list of 1,000 or just the 250, depending on how many you want to do. So I want to make sure we take some questions, and then obviously we can go in, Josh, and show them how easy it is to set up the campaign. I see Grace has a question. Can you co-brand with a realtor partner? I am a lender. Yes, you can co-brand. If you want to co-brand, we have people that do that. So we can help you co-brand. And we have pre-designs, but we also do custom designs too. So if you have an idea of a card you want to do, or a partnership or a creative that you've used in the past, we can help you put that creative onto your postcard and do custom designs for you as well. Let's see.
Yep,
Alexis,
absolutely.
do you work with home care agencies and cleaning companies? Home care agencies, I'd have to check. I know cleaning companies we do because I've seen them and worked with them. Home care agencies, is that for like senior home care, or is that a different home care of the actual home or people in the home? I'm not sure, but I know we can do custom designs and we have a great marketing and design team. Okay, Ricardo's saying auto industry analysis available. We do not have like how we have the likely to move for real estate. We don't have like a likely to purchase a car from an analysis standpoint for the auto industry, Ricardo. But we do have in our demographics tool likes and interests that you can try to pair to, people who obviously are interested in buying a car, and then income, age, and then obviously location. So we do have that in the tool.
Alexis is just confirming in-home care for seniors primarily.
Yeah, so we can definitely help you with that. We do a lot in the Medicare space for Medicare insurance agents. So we do a lot in targeting seniors and people who are turning 65. We have a whole field within the data of people turning 65 by month. So there's a lot of things we could do to help you in targeting them. And then design-wise, we advertise to seniors all the time. So that's definitely something we can help you with.
Yep.
Awesome.
Samar was asking if we use those templates for recipes, how do we keep our branding, colors, and style consistent? So that's where you can actually go into the other, like this idea of a custom card. So we have all these pre-designed ones, and then you can change the color and the look and feel from there. We are working on getting that into our automated campaign to make it super easy for you. So you just pick your color theme and it goes ahead and updates your automated campaign. But for those individual orders, you can go in and customize those cards.
Awesome.
Chelsea's asking, how do I make a landing page? I don't know how to make a landing page. How do I create one to direct people to? Do you want to pop my screen back up, Luke?
Yeah.
And I'll walk through real quick. I also put the link to the deal here in the chat. So I know if we lose it from the screen, you can still get to it from the chat. And again, you're just signing up for a consultation and claiming that deal whenever you fill that out. So within our account manager, every Reminder Media client has this, by the way. So we do have a full featured landing page product, but everyone gets at least one free landing page with your Reminder Media account. And that's under the lead generation tab. So if you go under lead generation, you'll see the link for landing pages. Within landing pages, you have the ability to add a new page. If you are on the free version, I think you have to click the link that says get started first, and then that will bring you into the landing page where you can then click and add a new tab. Once you're on this, you have your own URL that is set up for you. So mine is joshdyke.reminderlp.com. You can change this name. So if I wanted to make this Joshua Stike and somebody else didn't own that, I could change that for them. We show you here for your new leads. As new leads come in, we'll notify you. You can also get text message notifications when new leads come in. These are all of the different landing pages I have set up now, but really easy to set up. You just add page, and from here, it will give you these options for templates. So Luke mentioned we have lead magnets. So these are items of value that people can download from you in exchange for their information. So you could run this on your social media. You could run this on a postcard. You could run this in your email newsletters, anywhere that you have an opportunity to present that item of value and get people to fill that out to join your list. You can. So lead magnets, we have market analysis. This is really big for real estate, obviously. How much would my home sell for in today's market? We have some of those subscription ones. Referrals are a good one. So if you're looking for a way to get more referrals, have people actually fill out and send you referrals that way. If I just go into a lead magnet one, though, and kind of finish this one off, let me go to, I guess, 11 ways to lower your homeowner's insurance rate. I can go in here, pick this design, click next. This will show me what that will look like, both on desktop and on mobile. It's branded to me, so they have my contact information all the way throughout there. And then when they actually fill out this form, they get that PDF, and you get notified that that person filled out your form. So this is where, like Luke said, if they scan your QR code, we'll show you not only who scanned it, but then if they go and actually fill out the form on the page, we'll show you that they did as well, just to give you an idea of the intention, the intent level of that lead. Medicare lead magnets, I know we do have them. I don't know if my account is set up to see them right now. Let me go back and check. And Luke, if you want to grab another question while I'm checking that, that's fine.
Yep. Sweet. So a lot of people are asking, are we sending the recording? We will send the recording out to everybody so they can have that. Samar, I also see you said I clicked on it, don't see how to sign up. If you go to, I chatted in the page, but it's remindermedia.com/50free. When you go to that page, you'll see a form. It basically says get your 50 free postcards plus 1,000 free addresses. When you fill out your first name, last name, email address, phone number, then select your industry and state. When you go to step 2, that will take you to basically a calendar where you can book a time with our marketing team because that will claim the deal, the 50 free postcards, 1,000 free names. We'll get on the phone with you and walk you through setting it up, helping you build the list, setting up your postcards, all that stuff. We kind of do a concierge service there. And that will allow you to get all your questions answered, ask more. And then based upon that, whether you order 250 or 500, then you'll be charged for your cards when they're approved to go to print. So that's how that works.
If the form isn't loading for some reason, try a different browser. Sometimes if you have JavaScript blocked on browsers, I know that form sometimes doesn't load. So trying another browser can also help. All right, let me see if this will pull up my Medicare options now. So I do have a Medicare enrollment checklist. So we have that option for Medicare. And then we have some of these other kind of insurance/health related ones as well. So hopefully that answers your question, Gregory.
The Medicare enrollment checklist is one that we've been running ourselves as a company. Has done actually really well for us to generate interest.
I did see Tangelia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Did you show anything for travel agency? I don't think we did yet, but you can see here we do have okay, nice. And then, all right, so we do have some travel postcards as well that you can choose from.
Awesome. Sweet. So would love, obviously, for all of you to try out a mailing of postcards. The key here that we tell people is get on the phone with our marketing coach. That really, you can do kind of one-on-one consultation in a group. Obviously, we have insurance agents on this, travel, and a bunch of other home care. So it's good. We work with hundreds of different industries. I think 140 different industries right now, and thousands of clients sending out millions of cards. Our kind of concept is get on the phone with our consultative marketing coach. They'll help you build the list, select the best postcards, get it designed for you. You approve it. And then the key is we'll set up a campaign for you, whether you want an 8x8 or a 12 direct, where you basically have 12 months of postcards planned out, or a quarter of postcards planned out, so you can hit your consistency that you want. So the marketing coach will walk you through all of that. When you go to remindermedia.com/50free, that's where you'll enter in your information so we know how to reach out to you. You can pick a time on the calendar. If you don't pick a time, we'll still reach out and can structure a time if you don't see a time that you can do. That will claim associated with your email and name the 50 free postcards and the 1,000 free addresses that you'll get on your mailing. Gina, yes, construction we work with as well. Like we call it home services. So whether it's HVAC, electricians, plumbers, contractors, but we have clients in all those different industries as well. So awesome. So are you all doing another webinar soon? I don't know when our next direct mail webinar is. We do webinars all the time as a company. So you guys know, we have postcards that we do for people. We have more direct mail. We have a custom magazine that we do for people to send to their database and their sphere. We do Facebook or meta advertising, so Facebook and Instagram. So if you ever are interested in like paid ads, we do that. And we also do email marketing and social media content. The reason why I share that is because we have a bunch of different products that we offer. And we have, this year, I think the count's going to be around like 59,000 small businesses will use us this year in our product suites. So we have a lot of experience on how do you create content for social that works? Or how do you create postcards that actually generate a return? Or how do you, keep in touch with your database to get referrals? And so that gives us the ability to know, all right, we're not just a one-stop or one-trick pony. We have kind of a one-stop shop concept going on. Kayla, great question. We do have bundles to use all of our products. So when you get on with the marketing coach on postcards, claim the deal. When you get on that, they can walk you through all the other products too that you would want to know about and schedule that for you. But we do have bundles depending on what you want to do. Remember, this claims the deal for you. So all of you that are on, claim the deal. But if you get on with the coach, we want you to do this if it makes sense for your business. If you get on with the coach and you realize, okay, it's not quite what you're looking for, you haven't paid anything, you're not obligated to send, but this claims the deal for you, gives us a chance to do a one-on-one consultation to earn your business. You guys are in business too. You have your own businesses. We would love to present to you one-on-one. Here's what we can do to get you guys to try us one time. And this is what we do. This is our passion.
Yes, Kayla, to answer your question, we do have referral incentives. So if you refer somebody out and they mail with us, we'll give you a referral bonus for that.
Yep. Sweet.
Says, awesome. I like it.
So get any last questions in. I always tell people, look, the reality is the difference between top producers, mediocre producers, is top producers take action. So, if you're thinking about something, take action, right? Take action. I would love for you to take action on these postcards. If it's not with us, with somebody. I believe in direct mail. We do it for our own business. I do it for our own real estate team, and we're having tons of success. With our real estate team, we are #1 in Lynchburg, Virginia, and we're I believe, 4 right now in the state of Virginia as a real estate team. So we're doing direct mail for our real estate business. Then we do it for thousands of clients in 100+ different industries. Here. So, I believe in it, but don't have a pile of good ideas. I run into business owners all the time. They have this stack of good ideas that they never execute on. And whether you execute with us or not, just execute. That's my ask of you. Execute, execute, execute. Awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for attending. It's remindermedia.com/50free. Let's make it our best year ever. Appreciate all of you. Thank you. Have a great one.
Thank you, everybody.